Welcome back, insiders. In this video, I want to go over a new trade thesis of INDI Semiconductor and why they are becoming so popular again and what it means for momentum traders such as myself. Please share your thoughts and any information I might have missed in the comments below. And somewhere in this video, I'll also be sharing where the hell I have been. So as a momentum trader myself, I do look to follow trends as early and as long as possible. Typically, I do this by actively day trading top gainers, which you can see today's in my top gainer scanner here at the bottom left. However, in this video, as the market heats up again, we're seeing some amazing swing opportunities on growth stocks moving off of their lows. And this brings us to INDI Semiconductor. And to get started on who they are, let's go over to Simply Wall Street, where let's go to the company overview. This site really breaks down different companies in a very easy to understand visual way. Check out the link in the video description below for 5 free company analysis. For anyone new to INDI Semiconductor, here's a quick overview. INDI Semiconductor provides automotive semiconductors and software solutions for advanced driver assistance systems, autonomous vehicles, in-cabin, connected car, and electronification applications in the US, South America, rest of North America, Greater China, rest of Asia Pacific, and Europe. That's a lot. Not just that, they have strong health. We'll look at their balance sheet in a second, and they have good future growth. They're growing very quickly, and that is why they are a growth company. They're also founded in 2007, headquartered in Aliso Viejo, California, and their CEO is Donald McClymont. So now, why are they getting so popular again? And coming back to the momentum day traders, we're typically looking for, or momentum swing traders, or just traders in general, we're looking for trends and a catalyst to keep it on that trend. And that is what I liked about this ticker. So let's go over 5 reasons why I would consider buying INDI Semiconductor. First of all, this is what caught my attention initially. INDI just had a beautiful, about 95% front side, where on the daily you can see it really hugging this 9 and 15-minute EMA, exponential moving average. It has broke that, but now we're coming to some major support zones, and this is a bit of the pivot spot that I'm going to be looking for. Not to mention it's over the 180 SMA, which is always something I look for a healthy, long biased front side trend. The second thing I really like about THBR, but we'll talk about that in a second, INDI, is it was formerly a SPAC. And SPACs, as you guys know, are very depreciated. INDI was that SPAC, and let's see here, it was taken public via, we have it right here, Thunder Bridge Acquisition Corp, which is THBR, whoops. And this is a company I actually traded back then before the merger as well. And you can see here, they were really clamping off the lows around 10. They popped up, and then they had that merger to INDI. The next thing I'm looking for is the fact that this company is moving off the lows and it's pulling back into an interesting zone. And there's something coming up that I think will have a lot of people paying attention, and that is their earnings are coming up right here. This is a really big deal because it's a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news, and it's on a well-funded company with good growth, and it has good upside potential. They have big support here around 650, and they have a lot of resistance around 12. So right here, we're a little bit in the middle of that. I would say a little bit to the lower end. So I would be looking for that last pop up here all the way, but I'll talk about my profit targets in a little bit. Now, the fourth thing, so again, the third thing was sell the anticipation of the news, buy the rumor, sell the news. The fourth thing is the market is heating up. Now, there's a few ways I've been able to identify that myself. First, people in finance. I have a lot of friends in finance. I studied finance in New York City. I have investment banker friends. I have friends that are brokers. I have analysis friends. and one friend who does wealth management, which I always give him a hard time for. Anyway, all of these people are telling me the deal flows are back. People are trying to allocate cash, and that is nice. That is really, really important, and you do feel it as a day trader. I'll talk about that in a second. Brokers, the second thing is brokers have marketing budgets again. I don't know if you guys noticed, platforms like Webull or Moomoo, these broker platforms are reaching out to people again. They're trying to get their 10 free stocks when you sign up. This was dead for like a whole year. This is coming back. So there's really money coming back in. I love that. The next thing is I'm actually getting trading ads for the first time again in a really long time. Now I do have YouTube Pro, so I don't see all the ads, but sometimes I do check out what an account without Pro looks like, and I'm seeing trading ads again, which I was not seeing before. And the most important really for me is as a day trader, I can really feel this Momo again. I can see a lot more volume coming into the markets. Now we're still in that kangaroo market overall. Well, they'll get a breakout, but there's not a lot of resolution, or there'll be a sell-off, but there's still not a lot of resolution and bounces right back again. So there is a little bit of that kangaroo market, but we're seeing a lot more volume coming in again, and that's really nice. The last thing actually is the fact that this is really funny. Look at this. If you go to Quiver Quant, which is great to break down or find trends going on in the market that a lot of people aren't looking at, the last CNBC recommendation for INDI was Jim Cramer saying he's bearish. So that alone is probably a good reason to be bullish, because the inverse Cramer index, I think, is up 70% this year. Anyway, let's keep going and talk about some reasons to sell. Actually, wait, sorry. One step back. Before we talk about reasons to sell, I do want to show you guys their balance sheet right here, financial health. And if you just scroll down, you'll see their assets greatly outweigh their liabilities. Their short term and their long term are a bit 1-to-1, which is really nice. And yeah, actually, this is the website if you want to check it out. Now, let's go to those fun topics of why to sell. So why would I not want to buy this one? First of all, the front side is losing steam. That's not a really good sign. Sometimes after a really good trend, especially when it goes up 100%, you need a little bit more of a pullback. Now, for me, what I really like on this one is the general support right around here at 8.5. This is that range we were stuck in, and then we had that big breakout after earnings came out, which were very bullish. So it's pulling back to this zone. The problem is right here, maybe we're already trending back down. So it's a little bit hard to say. Either way, this is going to be a big pivot zone, and this is why it's such a good ticker to be talking about right now. The second thing that I'm a little bit worried about on INDI in terms of reasons to sell or not buy is it's a cyclical company. And the problem with cyclical growth companies, tech companies, right now we are entering a period of stagflation. At least that's what a lot of politicians are talking about, economists are talking about. And typically, cyclical industries like tech industries, financials, take a hit during stagflation economies. And if you see a little bit of a chart here, you'll actually notice that in cyclical natured IT companies, growth companies typically, and industrials and financials all take a hit during these stagflation periods, which we might be entering. So that's a big caution sign for me, and to the point where I'll talk about in a little bit, if I do have a profit target on this one, it wouldn't be super aggressive. Topic number 3, reasons to sell, macro or micro news coming out. There could be some really bad news, let's say dropping from the Fed, maybe a new CPI report that comes out that's really bad, something that could really cause the market to shake up and kill growth stocks even harder than I feel like they already are. Or micro news, something specific on INDI comes out. I'm not sure what they would release, but it could be anything where they're having problems with I don't know, getting some sort of contractors or dealers or partnerships or something like that. Now, most likely something in that nature won't come out before earnings. They'll try to probably push it off till earnings. So again, that's why I'm doing a little bit of a buy the rumors, sell the news trade. So that wraps up the 3 selling reasons. What does all this mean for momentum traders, and how would I trade based on this information I was sharing with you guys? So what are my profit targets and what are the stop losses? And that's what I like to call my kill switches. At what point do I exit this trade? So based on the current price, which is 873 as of yesterday's close, I think pre-market's a little bit different right now. We have this zone highlighted here about 8.5. So there's good support in this zone. So this is a decent area to be trading this one. Now, if it breaks below the 180, I would be looking to cut my position, especially if it broke with big volume. So if there's a huge red sell candle here and we broke, that's a bad sign. If we broke lightly with low volume, I would probably keep holding. So somewhere around, let's say 770 or so, I would hold. That's about a 10% loss from the current price. But I would be looking for a move to about $12. So that's about a 40% upside. So it's about a 1 to 4 risk reward, which makes me pretty excited. I think that's a pretty clean trade. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And actually that is what I have been doing. If I just open up here my IRA account, you can see some entries. So full disclosure, I am in this trade. That's my trading thesis, and you can follow all of my entries and exits at tradejournal.co/Winkler. You can see the URL right here. This is my profile, and then just go on to my swing trading portfolios. If you click view all, you'll see my swing trading portfolio. Again, please share your thoughts and any information I might have missed in the comments below. Some other companies I started to accumulate as the market is kind of in this sell-off mode, I have in my current account right here. If you want me to share my trade thesis about any one of these tickers here, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to do so. And in regards to where I've been, I haven't gone anywhere. I've actually been trading like normal. And for those of you in the Trade Journal Discord, which again, a link in the video description below, or I'll tag it somewhere here, you probably already know that from 7 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can pretty much bet 100% that I'm going to be in there trading. Now, January, February, and March were all slippery months for me overall. Something that has been really hard for me as well, and I haven't shared it publicly, is that there was a death in my girlfriend's family. So we've been spending a lot of time in South Germany with her family, and I think that's affected me a lot more than I originally thought it would. For anyone that is a day trader out there, I think you know and understand that you have to have a lot of, you have to be really control of your emotions. And I think the last 3 months I've been a little bit more reactive than I usually am. And I think it's mainly because of that funeral, because I've just noticed that I get, much more sad much quickly, or much more emotional. And it's still, I think, coming from that, which is totally fine, but that's a period you have to work through for sure. I think the second thing is also improving my second swing trading strategy. I've been putting a lot of time into swing trading lately, and that is very bumpy. Whenever you have 2 trading strategies, it's very, very easy to trip over yourself. And I've been really trying to isolate my 2 portfolios, even more so by using a different broker completely for my swing trading and my day trading. Luckily, in April, we've been seeing a lot more traction again in terms of volume, and then just my trading performance. And the next reason I've been a little bit MIA on this channel is I've been spending a lot of time working on the Insider Trading podcast. It's a weekly podcast filmed every Thursday, and we just came out with episode 14. I absolutely love it, and we've been getting some amazing feedback. We got a really solid crew there, and we're always welcome to have guests on it. If you're interested to learn more, here's a link I'll leave in this video to our recent 10 episode milestone highlight video, which I think is really funny. And then from there, I'd say subscribe and just dive right into one of the episodes. Obviously, the choice is yours. See you again soon. Like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.